This is probably the third or fourth time I've tried to record this video. Probably should have planned out more what I was going to actually say. It's Saturday morning. It's a little after 9. I just got done an arms workout, so it's biceps, triceps. It's a pretty good workout, but that's not what this video is about. I've wanted to make this video probably for the last month or more since I've been back on YouTube, especially since I've quit my job. And the purpose is to hopefully explain what I'm doing right now, specifically how I'm approaching weight loss. And I also hope that it might clear up some confusion. I think there should be some confusion from people based on some of the content that I've put out, some of the things I've said, some of the comments, the way I've replied to some comments. And yeah, so I'm approaching weight loss a little differently this time. And I'm basically trying to mimic what I did 5 years ago, but I believe 5 years ago I kind of accidentally stumbled into this this way of living, basically, of losing weight. This time I think I have figured out the problem, and so I am approaching it purposely a certain way, basically to see if I can do the same thing, and if I can start to live my life the same way going forward, and then maintain that weight loss. Really, that's my goal here. So specifically, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get my mind out of the way. What I think I've discovered is that my mind is the problem. And I say my mind because I'm talking about my journey right now, but I believe this is the case with the human mind in general. I don't believe that the human mind is always more capable of producing results than our authenticity, than what's baked into our DNA. But we've been basically indoctrinated since birth to believe that our minds are what will lead us to happiness. Our minds can figure everything out. Our minds will mold and shape our lives and lead us to the promised land. And that's obvious when you see how many people, myself included, have gone to like the internet looking for weight loss solutions, right? We're using our mind to try to solve the problem. But I want to throw something out there, which I'm sure other people may have heard this before, but the animals of the world are not overweight. You don't find overweight animals. Only in certain circumstances, such as like a bear who needs to put on weight to hibernate for the winter, or like whales or walruses that have more fat, basically because of their environment. But in general, you don't find overweight animals. And I know the argument can be put out there to say, well, animals can't be overweight because they wouldn't be able to escape their predators, and so any animal that doesn't get overweight is probably killed off, and so we're looking at the end result, which is that I disagree. I believe that's the human mind making excuses, not accepting the blame for the problem. I do believe that the human mind is the cause of obesity in what we've done in society. And the only time you do find overweight animals is when they're pets. when we have pets, that's when you see overweight animals. It seems very clear to me. Animals in the world they're not being controlled by the human mind. They live authentically. They eat authentically. They eat what they need to survive. They eat food just to give them sustenance to live. It hasn't been turned into the perversion that we've made it into. Yet, we bring pets in the house, and that's when they become overweight. They're now in control of a human mind is controlling their eating behavior. So of course, it's obvious to me. Isn't that obvious? That the human mind is the problem? Yet we've spent decades using our minds to try to solve this weight loss problem, this obesity problem all over the world. When, in my opinion, we're using the very thing that's causing the problem. Like why are we ignoring our authentic selves? This is what animals do. They exist. They listen to their authentic self. Their instinct tells them what to eat and when to eat and how much to eat. So maybe we've lost it. Maybe we've lost that ability as human beings. I certainly hope not. And that's pretty much what this experiment is that I'm doing. I'm approaching this with that mindset that I want to get my mind out of the way. Not completely. I view my mind more of like a middleman between, my authentic self and society. But I'm definitely not ignoring my authenticity. I'm trusting my authenticity. I'm learning to listen to it. And that could be confusing to people because I don't think authenticity is just that. It's unique. It's unique to each individual. So the things that I do authentically may not make sense to you, and the things that you would do authentically may not make sense to me. But that doesn't mean that they're wrong. They're actually 100% right for me, the things that I do authentically. But in society, we can't do that with our minds. Our minds can't comprehend authenticity. There has to be an explanation when we compare people, right? And like we're creating this collective mind where we think that we all have to agree on things, and we've thought our way out of living, basically. And so this part of my journey that I'm taking right now is to kind of reawaken my authenticity and trust it. And so that's why I'm not, weighing myself and tracking my calories, and it's a chance, but I'm doing what like the animals do. I'm listening to my instincts. I'm trying to develop that communication, I guess, between my body and my mind, and it's a difficult thing to do because my mind has to accept the blame, and my mind has to get itself out of the way. That's a difficult thing to do. But so anyway, I really just wanted to make this video to explain where I'm coming from, so people know what I'm trying to do. This is different than any other weight loss plan or anything out there. I've never seen it. But this may rub people the wrong way. Some people, you may have come to this channel looking for a very specific thing, and this may not be what you're looking for. So if you stop following, I completely understand. But this is just something that I have to do, and I'm doing this for myself. I want to know if I have the ability to just just live and be healthy without my mind clouding the whole process. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. Again, I hope it doesn't turn people off completely to the channel. I'm excited. I'm excited to really start to listen, and I truly believe that that's where happiness is, and like a happy, healthy life is, in my opinion, when you truly accept who you are and live your life according to who you are. So this is a long video. I'm going to end it there. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will talk to you tomorrow.